Hi guys, welcome to Morning Trade with Money Control. I'm Karunya Rao and I'm here to help you navigate the trading day with actionable strategies, sectoral trends, and most importantly, address your queries during the show. So please keep commenting on our live feed and we'll have your questions addressed by our technical expert on the show. Before bringing him on board, let's see what the global handover looks like. Europe was mixed as investors braced for a big week of corporate earnings and a key monetary policy decision awaited from the US Fed Reserve. Stock 600 ended along the flat line but in the green. DAX underperformed most, closing 0.3% lower. Stocks on Wall Street also closed mixed after trading in a narrow range ahead of tomorrow's Fed policy. Futures, however, decline after Walmart cuts profit estimates for FY23. Stocks in Asia Pacific in the green with Hang Seng and Shanghai leading the gains. Kospi recovers from losses after South Korea's GDP beat estimates. While for our own markets, SGX Nifty indicates a muted start. On the show, we analyze the technicals of Tata Steel, Axis Bank, Tech Mahindra and Lupin today. All right, let's get going and discuss some of those stocks that are likely to be in the spotlight with Chandan Taparia of Motilal Oswal Financial Services. Morning, Chandan. Great to have you on the show. A muted open, I guess, for the markets, and this is also the expiry week. So tell us what's in store for the next few days.
Yeah, good morning. This is the expiry week, but the good part is that we are up by around 10% in the Nifty index, Nifty Bank index in this expiry. We are up by around 5 to 6% in the Nifty. So both the indices are trading higher after the weakness of last three series, which indicates that positive momentum could overall continue. However, we have seen a strong run-up in last couple of days. And yesterday, we witnessed some consolidative move. So again, declines could be bought in the market. As of now, we have support near to 16,555, 16,442. So buy and decline could be used with this support for again potential uptick to us 16,888 to 17,000 marks. So buy and decline could be the strategy for the market. Now looking at the Bank Nifty, which is continuously making its formation of higher lows. So till it holds about 36,500 zone, we are expecting it to continue the move towards 37,250 kind of levels. Now looking at the stock wise, positive on the Indian voter, this stock is making higher tops, higher bottom on the weekly chart. Stock has given a decisive close above 255 zone with surge in the trading volume and open interest activity. So here we are expecting an uptick towards 275. One can go along with support of around 253. Apart from that, positive on the selective IT name like Tata Elxsi. Here we have seen a breakout from a symmetrical triangle formations. So one can buy with support of 8350 for upside move towards 8800 to 8850 kind of level. So positive to range bound bias in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty, while positive stance is there in the Indian hotel Tata Elxsi and a couple of defensive names in the market.
Okay. Chandan, we're in the thick of the earnings season as well. Lots of numbers trickling in on a daily basis. Yesterday in the evening, we saw Axis Bank, Tech Mahindra, there was Tata Steel as well. So I want to talk about each of their technicals one by one. Let me flag off Axis's numbers first. Q1 profits surged almost 91% year on year, primarily on back of lower provisions. PPOP, which is pre-provision operating profit, that declined, however, 5%, and net interest income was up 21%. So I would say a steady set, and even the stock price has seen a steady up move in the last 1 month, largely in line with the overall market trend and overall banking peers as well, barring a few names, of course. But Axis Bank, what do you foresee on the charts from here on?
Yes, so Axis Bank, we have seen good run-up of around 13 to 14% in the month of July. And we have seen good run up, and especially the momentum happened after surpassing the hurdle of 680. However, on the last trading session, it remained range bound because the entire market witnessed profit booking decline. So further dip could be utilized as a buying opportunity. Buy Axis Bank near to 720 with support of 700, and again expecting it to head towards 777 kind of level. So positively on Axis Bank and ICICI Bank, and looking for any decline for a buying opportunity as of now.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about Tech Mahindra. Q1 profit fell 25% QOQ. There was a weak operating performance at play here. Constant currency revenue growth 3.5%, dollar revenue growth 1.5% on a sequential basis. Tech Mahindra, just like many of its larger peers, from the IT space, has been sluggish overall this year. But do you think any momentum could happen in the next couple of weeks?
So not much comfortable in Tech Mahindra because IT stocks are not doing well. If someone has to take the IT, then I'll go with the Tata Elxsi, which is known as counter and holding the strength. Tech Mahindra, what we have noticed that even after the market recovery, this stock is not surpassing its hurdle of 1051 marks and consolidating in a range. So when market has recovered by around 10 to 12%, this stock is not recovering at all, which indicates supply is clearly visible. So 1050 is the hurdle. Till that level is not surpassed, look for some consolidative nature of the counter.
Okay. All right. And how about Tata Steel then? Q1 profit again, there was a degrowth of 13% largely because it was dented by higher input prices. There were tax expenses as well. Revenue on the other hand was up almost 20% however. But let's talk about the overall metals pack, which has been, very, very volatile, and many analysts and experts we've spoken to in the recent past, most of them have given an avoid for most of these names. How is Tata Steel poised, and do you think it could be an exception?
Yeah, exactly. If you look at the metal, we have seen some recovery in last 4 or 5 weeks due to the market movement also. The stock, the metal index is holding well above its 50-day exponential moving average, and especially now when you talk about the Tata Steel, good support-based buying is seen from the lower levels. However, we are not sure how much upside will be hold, but yes, as of now, the bounce could be seen. So with support of 935, once you can see an attempt towards 1000, 1010 kind of level in the Tata Steel led by short covering activity and the support-based buying activities.
Okay, all right. Moving on then to Lupin, there's some US FDA approval coming in here. They've received an approval for a drug called azilsartan medoxomil tablets. It's a generic equivalent of Adabi tablets for Azurity Pharmaceuticals. This particular product, after the approval of the FDA, will be manufactured at Lupin's Nagpur plant. So some good news trickling in for Lupin. What do you foresee on the chart?
I'll try to avoid, or I'll try to suggest to reduce the position. Last 3 days, lows, the stock is not recovering well. Even it is failing to hold beyond 50-day exponential moving average. Weekly setup is negative. So if any trigger happens due to the news and bounce happens, that could be advised to sell or exit your long position. 666 is the major hurdle. Till that hurdle is not surpassed, the stock is again potential to drip down to 615 and 607 levels on the lower.
Okay. All right. Lots to address in terms of stock queries as well. We've got a lot of comments. First up is Naveen's comment, and he wants your view on Tata Power. What is it that you expect in terms of technicals? How's Tata Power placed?
Yeah, so Tata Power is a slow and steady counter, but the good part is we have seen the good run up from 190 to 232 levels. So already then I'll suggest him to exit near to 240 and then again wait for a decline. Short-term trend is in positive shape, but already we have seen run up. So near to 240, it might find again hurdle. So position can be liquidated there to again buy on lower levels.
Okay, all right. Well, moving on to a textile company, we don't talk about this very often, Trident. Narendra Solanki wants your view on Trident, and let me quickly open it for myself as well, because rarely do we talk about many of these textile companies from the small cap universe. Trident has seen a sharp uptake from 36 rupees to almost 40 rupees levels last couple of days. So there has been some buying and some momentum happening in the last 1 week or so, 4-5 sessions. Chandan, how are you reading into the technicals of a Trident, and what do you think lies ahead?
So not much comfortable. If I look at the monthly chart, the stock is making lower top, lower bottom. In the month of Jan, it was hovering near to 70, and now it's continuously falling down. Even in last 3 days, we have seen that the stock bounced and then turned back from 43 to 38 marks. So absence of follow-up is clearly visible. So if it comes near to 35, 33, try to go for bargain hunting in the counter.
Okay. All right, moving on then to query number 3, and this is on ZOMATO, and it has been in the limelight for quite some time. since listing actually, and there has been a fair amount of selling witnessed on this counter. Yesterday as well, we saw a fantastic downturn once again resuming on the counter. So for those who perhaps invested at the IPO levels or bought thereafter, what do you think they should do?
See, again, two things you need to keep in mind. This is the counter which is down by around 65% in this year, continuously making lower top, lower bottom. Especially in last 5 months, is it corrected from its lifetime high of 169 to 46 level. So there are two thoughts. First, if someone has taken at high level, they should exit here. Second, those who are looking to buy fresh, so I'll even avoid in both the scenario. Those who are holding, I'll tell them don't have risk. If you don't have patience or don't have dare to cut it, then you can just wait and watch and look for some bounce if by chance it happens. Those who are looking for fresh, definitely I'll say you avoid this counter, move to the other knee. So in both the conditions, we have the avoid view. Stock can further drip down to 40 or 35 levels.
Okay, all right. Next question is on the metal sector. Samruddha has written to us and he wants your view on, we've already shared Tata Steel, but if we do an analysis of other earnings candidates and overall the metals pack as well, any names that that come to your mind which could outperform or which could buck the overall trend of volatility and selling that many of these names have seen? Can you highlight some of these trends and names?
Yeah, so Tata Steel will be the preferred to play the bounce, followed by Hindalco. So Hindalco, you have support near to 375, and once it can attempt to 400, 404 kind of marks.
Okay. So, and what about the metal index? Any assessment there that you have?
You're talking about metal index?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like talking about Nifty metal index, we have seen a good recovery in last 5 weeks. It is now just surpassed above its 50-day exponential moving average. So as an index as a whole expecting 3 to 5% bounce back move. So because of that, we are having some positive trigger in Tata Steel and Hindalco. So Nifty metal index, which is now trading near to 5168, can once go towards 5500 to 5650 on the upside.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the verdict then. But if we do a comparison between, let's say, the metal heavyweights, JSW Steel and Tata Steel, of course, about which you've already shared your perspective, how is JSW placed against a Tata Steel?
JSW Steel is comparatively low beta. The good part is it has been consolidating from last many days. But even after the consolidation, the buying interest is not visible. From last 45 days, it is moving in a range where it is not ready to surpass beyond 590 to 600 zone. So two scenarios. First, if you are aggressive, buy only above 600. If you are conservative, then just play the range of 540 to 600 marks. So as of now, it's trading between 540 to 600. Fresh trigger only will happen above 600 marks in the JSW Steel.
Okay. What about, if we look at the real estate sector as well, Shashidhar wants your view on the sector and if you have any favorites within the realty pack.
So if you look at the Nifty real estate, we have seen recovery in line with the market, but from last 4 days, the Nifty Realty Index is just consolidating the range. But if you ask me the name, I'll go with the Lodha developers. So this MACROTECH Lodha developers is showing a good strength on the chart, completing a rounding formation. From last 5 weeks, supports are gradually shifting higher. So now it's trading near to 1156. Use any small dips to buy with support of 1120 and look for a rally towards 1200 to 1220 levels in the Lodha. So at least we are expecting 3 to 5% immediate spurt in the counter from the current zone.
Okay. Tapas Kumar actually has written to us and he wants your view about Tata Motors. And, last 3 months, there have been some bursts of an uptake and bouts of an uptake, but it hasn't been able to sustain the momentum and it has tried to break out, but it failed. And right now also it is at a fairly higher level, 450 odd. And once again looks like it's about to sort of start consolidating in this area. What do you think will happen next?
So like Tata Motors has nature to bounce and then failed to surpass the hurdle zone. So if you notice the price behavior from last almost 20 weeks, it tried to go to 462 earlier in the mid of April. Now from the recovery of lower levels, it made high near to 460 460.50 kind of marks. So 2 times it tried to just hit beyond 460 marks, but finding sustained supply with hurdle of 462. So I think because of that, some decline could be seen. This is not the counter where you can buy here, wait for dip. So again, there are the potential to move towards 460, 462 kind of level. So let it decline towards 440. So in that scenario, you can buy for an uptick towards 460. And if it goes above 462, then only we are expecting the fresh trigger to rally of 4 to 5% mark. So positive to range bound. So use the decline for buying for the upside hurdle of 462 levels.
Okay, just one last query that we're taking, and this is from Ayantik. Wants your view on Kotak Mahindra Bank. Kotak, yes, has also participated in the recent rally, but if we compare it with the likes of an ICICI Bank, it still has some catching up to do. What do you think it's set for in the coming weeks?
No, Kotak got stuck in a range. The good part is we have seen good recovery from the lower levels in last 4 weeks. The stock has moved from 1630 to 1850 marks, but now it's consolidating a range, witnessing profit booking at higher levels. So it can again stuck, may see the sideways consolidating nature. But compared to the same, we have positive stance on ICICI Bank and Axis Bank. Even the heavyweights like HDFC Bank also can do well. So Axis, ICICI and HDFC Bank could be on radar. So in place of Kotak, I can even go long on the HDFC Bank with support of around 1365 for upside move towards 1450, 1475 marks.
Okay. Next up is Power Grid. One query that we have on this particular counter. This is from Vish KL. And Power Grid very range bound last 1.5 months. Any momentum expected in the future, near future?
Yeah, so Power Grid, we are not much positive. The stock is not ready to move up. Recently, it made a high near to 221 and then surrender. It has multiple support near to 206. So it's trading near to the same. If that is broken, then you can see a decline towards 195, 192. So in fact, if market gets stuck here, then Power Grid may be the counter which can correct by 3 to 5%.
Okay. Last one on our list today in terms of queries is Santosh's query on LIC. He wants to know what is the range that one can watch out for this particular counter. Needless to say, it has been an underperformer ever since the listing. Lots of macros at play, market sentiment has been weak, etc. But on the technicals, what should be the levels to watch?
So like LIC got stuck in a range. It's falling from last 9 days, correcting from 720 to 683 marks. But even after the corrections, is moving in a range. So I think just wait and watch. 650 is going to be the major support for the stock. So as of now, play the range of 650 to 725. If you are talking about the recent listing IPO, then I think Paytm could do better than all other name which you ask like Zomato or LIC or any other. So here we need to look at the support of around 615 LIC.
Okay. One last query. Again, this is we've been getting a lot of questions, so I'm just making time. One last one actually. Jonathan wants your view on telecom stocks. He's talking about Reliance and Bharti. Reliance, of course, is a larger, more diversified business, and Bharti Airtel. So talk to us about how you see the charts for both of these companies.
So like most of the telecom companies got stuck in a range. Reliance has seen the good run up towards 2543, but again got stuck in a range. It is multiple support near to 2350. So my suggestion, if it comes to 2300, 2250, then definitely you should buy Reliance for the fresh trigger. In Bharti Airtel, it's in a range. The good part is declines are being bought, follow-up is totally missing. So now it's trading near to 680 marks. If it comes near to 638, 645 zone, then you buy. So in both the indices, both the stocks, we are expecting a dip and then recovery. So use further decline to accumulate Bharti and Reliance if you are looking to be in the telecom major.
Chandan, I remember at the start of the show you said Tata Elxsi is one stock that you like right now. Other than that, what would be your picks in the current market scenario?
Yeah, so positive view on the Tata Elxsi, can buy with support of 8350 for target of 8800, 8850 kind of marks. Indian Hotels are recommending to buy for an upside move towards 275, can buy with support of 253. Apart from that, HAL looks good. Defense measure is continuously holding well. Supports are visible apart from volumes and open interest activity. So can buy with support of 1875 for target of 1980. So HL, Indian Motor, and Tata Elxsi, these are the couple of preferred picks to deal with the market volatility, to cheer the higher beta, and to deal the outperformance nature of these counters.
All right, Chandan, great to have you on board, and I'm glad we had time to take so many queries and lots of them still trickling in, guys. But that's all the time we have today, so you'll have to tune back in again tomorrow at 8:30 so we can help address your queries. With this, I'm going to wrap it up on this edition of Morning Trade. Thank you so much for tuning in, but stay tuned with Money Control. Markets with Santo and CJ is coming up next.